Action.
Where are we?
Welcome to my bathroom, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's a lovely bathroom.
Yeah.
It's an augmented bathroom.
Yeah.
There's beautiful things on the wall.
This is where it all happens.
It all
It all
happens.
happens here.
I feel like I'm sitting on the throne of ideas, and you're like in the
This
pond.
You said it's your first time with the projector in here,
It is.
but you do a lot of art or work. What do you do in the bathroom? Tell us what you do in the bathroom.
For a really long time, it has been I haven't lived alone for a while, and it's a spot in which nobody will interrupt me. So ever since I lived with my parents or my grandma thereafter, that would be the spot where I could be there for hours, like having a glass of wine, filming, experimenting. And yeah, I don't know, it somehow provides a lot of inspiration.
I've noticed it in some of your other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to be a very present component. And I think that's true for other artists too. I think it's just a moment of that you can really have to yourself. And I personally think the components of water and like the mirror are always
I was gonna say that most bathrooms not complete without a mirror, and that a lot of your work incorporates a mirror. And I was thinking
Yeah.
about that, and I didn't want to spoil it earlier. We've already talked so much about art, but I was holding on to that one. What is the mirror for you?
I think it's super interesting that we have this material that reflects anything back to you. And I love the way that it'll refract light too. Like right now with the projections, you can see how it's reflecting them up there. And yeah, I don't know. Just
Do you like to look at yourself in the mirror?
I do.
What do you see?
Depends on the day, but it's just really interesting to have your reality bounce back to you with something that's not digital at all.
Do you say your ideas come from when you're in the shower, or when you're looking into the mirror,
Both.
or when you're sitting on the toilet?
All three, honestly.
What about your best ideas?
My best ideas? I think they have come from the mirror. And like when I lived with my dad in Mexico, we had a sink and a mirror, and I loved to sit on it to like look more and like take portraits and stuff, to the point where one night it broke. It collapsed and the whole thing shattered.
Damn.
While you were looking at it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I mean, it was a really old house, but I would take a lot of self-portraits, like sitting on it and like with it. And yeah, it did in fact collapse one night.
How many? So was that more than 7 years ago, or within the 7-year range? Like how down bad are you since then?
Actually, I hadn't thought about that. The mirror didn't break though; it was just the sink.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the mirror was like up there.
Okay.
Yeah. That was in like 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've grown so much since then. Now you have to sit in the bathtub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're not taking any risks
You've learned your
anymore.
lesson. I think there's a baby picture of me sitting in a bidet, like a race car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you inspired?
I don't know.
No.
You were clean though.
I hope the bidet was clean.
Yeah.
Fuck, there was something I was gonna ask. You got something?
Well,
Oh, I remember now.
go ahead.
Cool. I showed somebody some art, or I posted some art, and somebody responded to it. And I don't like to anymore explain my art, tell people what to think. And so they told me to explain it, and I just explained what the images were. And just said, what do you think? And then they gave me a response that seemed to be very informed by their experience and persona or personality. And I was like, oh, do we lose the images? I was like, the whole world is a mirror. Like the world, you know what I'm saying? Like the world is a
Yeah.
mirror, and like people see. You could show 1,000 people the same image,
And it'll reflect
and
something different
it,
to them.
yeah, because it comes from inside.
Yeah.
Does that affect the way you produce images, or I guess anything like this?
I think that concept is really interesting. I definitely agree with it, and even like the concept, if you put two mirrors facing each other, you got the infinity
Oh my god,
effect.
so scary.
I know. What's up with that?
Who's
That's
out
actually
there?
crazy.
Who's down there?
But I mean, I love that about art too. You know, like it's really gonna mean something so differently to any different person, and I'm yeah. I don't know if you guys have read a Letters to a Young Poet, but they really kind of dive into how sure critique is important, but if you like dwell on how your art's gonna be received, you might kind of lose what you're or why you're doing it. So I honestly have a really hard time explaining my work very often, and
I appreciate that.
yeah, I don't know.
That's
I'd
real.
kind of rather just show it to you and then see how it lands. Because half of the time I'll have like a general idea or a feeling, but I don't even really know exactly like what. Like I don't know. I don't always have an agenda with
Right,
it.
right. And I think it's like there's something to say about the work landing with people rather than you having to hold their hand through the experience. And I think like for me at least lately, especially if it's in a gallery or something, I tried to go in without really looking at a description or anything like that, and try to come up with like my own little narrative about it and what it's like meaning to me in that moment. And then sometimes it's fun to look back at a description, but I think a lot of times it's at least lately for me it hasn't been super necessary.
Yeah.
But also like on the thing about mirrors and them reflecting things back to you, like what are your thoughts on like people, like the idea of people being mirrors as well, like the people in your life being mirrors?
I mean, I do think that is a real thing, and like you hear about like, oh, you're projecting right now, or like this person's projecting, which I think really just means that you're receiving information, whether it be in a conversation or the work of somebody else, and you're communicating like how it resonates with you, and like that's like the reflection of it. And I, you know how like mirrors, the image is inverted.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly reality, even though it looks like kind of like exactly the same, but it's actually flipped. So I don't know.
I've got a flip on the original
Damn.
preface, or not preface, your original sentiment. People are mirrors. People are filters. Like there, it's a mirror plus a filter, right? Like a different person. Okay, so like there's the absolute version of that, which is that like no matter what you receive back is kind of coming from the inside. The call is coming from inside the house, but like a different person is gonna give you different aspects of yourself. They're only going to be maybe able to unveil like certain aspects, like a crystal or a lenses,
Yeah.
a filter, like camera filter.
Yeah, and it's always a version of reality, which I mean, what is like the actual like real reality? I don't even really know how to define that. Like it's always kind of blown my mind that you're never really gonna see yourself. You know, like you'll see yourself in the reflection of a mirror or like in footage that somebody took of you or in a picture, but like never like how I'm like seeing you or how you're seeing me.
Right.
Like it'll always be through a different medium, which is really interesting.
Your video style or your practice often involves overlays and sort of layering images, two images in one, either next to each other or like literally like the sort of blending techniques. Um, does that speak to like a psychic space that you're creating? Are you like these things become one, or like how do you go about layering, and what does it mean to put images next to each other?
Yeah, so it all kind of started just purely experimenting, but the more that I think about it, I feel like I'm kind of weaving this giant textile of moments and memories of images that don't really feel connected, but then once I'm sitting down to edit them, something really interesting happens. And I don't really have like a formula of like how I'm gonna mix the images, but um, they just kind of come together in a way that I wouldn't have been able to plan if I said like, oh, I'm gonna film this, and then put it together. Like it kind of like I just have all this footage from years that I can put together. And with a friend that I collaborate often, like we would also like she would have a camera and I would have a camera, and then we would just like put it together
Very good.
and see what would happen. And I feel like it created like a third meaning that we couldn't have planned, and it's like this language that is super fun to experiment with. And just I don't know, it almost feels like time traveling in a way.
Yeah. And when you do compile these, are you working chronologically, or do you kind of like, are you like looking at thumbnails and you're like, oh, this color, these kind of like
Yeah,
going off that way and just pulling randomly?
sometimes I'll have like a like I don't know, there was a time where I was editing like all the bird footage that I had to see what would happen, but even that was kind of limited.
Do you
And then
folder them that way?
yeah, at one point, but then it was just like just had just all the videos there, and was just kind of seeing like, oh, what happens if I put this here, and even like playing with the scale of it. And there's different settings that you can use to for the transparencies. And it like I really enjoy the experimentation component of it, and not really knowing what's gonna come from it. There's a director that I really love, Vera Chiltova. She made, I don't know if you guys have seen Daisies.
Daisies?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, you guys, I'm gonna make you guys see it.
Yeah.
Daisies. Do you want more wine?
May I?
Yes, of course.
Oh, I didn't know the bottle was in here. So,
Good.
Oh. Thank you.
Teamwork.
Just a splash.
Yes.
Just a splash.
Yeah. Told me off too.
That's good.
But her film is very experimental, like in the way that it's edited as well. And I think that really inspired like the overlay of the images. And she was doing this with like actual film material, so like I don't even know how
so
that
she was
process
chopping.
looked like. Yeah. So I feel like it's like a math equation, kind of like you're putting two components together, and then you get this like third product that you could never really plan. That personally makes me really excited. I don't want to have like my eyes and like brain into everything. I love what sometimes just happens.
I was hanging with Gracie the other day, and she was saying something about like the work being sort of scientific, experimental, like unsure, something about that element being important to its like. Well, I don't want to put words in her mouth, but it was the conversation was something along those lines about like at some point it starts to feel stale when it's not explorative. transportive. Would that be a word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that, and I always joke that there's like this secret third thing.
Yeah.
And
Heard of it.
I love when it comes into play, and I feel like you kind of just have to let go of control and formula sometimes for that to happen. And
Make room for it.
I I love what happens with that most of the time. And I think in my work that is a little bit less formulaic. It's like a very important part of it. And there's been times where when I was in film school and we were doing like the final like thesis projects, I was doing photography. I was filming for my friend's project, and we had everything planned, everything booked, and out of nowhere it started hailing. And we were in this like giant meadow, and like we thought everything was fucked. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, we only had the rental for like the rest of that day. And it stopped hailing, and then it just got super, super misty. So the beams of light were crazy.
Oh, that's so
Nice.
sick.
Wow.
So it just like the footage that came out after the hail is incredible. Like, we couldn't have ever planned it. Like, everybody was just like, damn, okay. Like, they were even joking like,
That third thing.
El Dios del Cine se apareció, like the god of film, like made an appearance. And I have a friend that's very like planning, and he was like kind of like losing his shit. But after that, he was like, all right, like I surrender. Like the secret third thing, like there is like
He learned something that day.
Yeah. And that happens, and I love that. Like, you can't plan it, and I don't want to plan everything.
No, that's life. If you're a control freak, you're gonna you got to be a tree that can bend in the wind, otherwise you're gonna snap, sort of thing. But also, yeah. And so I guess that like it matters, or interpretations, readings. It's like good. I guess it can be good to be flexible with readings of
Yeah.
things. You want to be open, but I do understand or have become more aware of the risk of being too porous. I don't know. You gotta have some structure. You know what I mean?
Well, I think like the structure is what allows for like these things to find their way in.
Yes.
Because I think once you're like, yeah, if it's all just a bunch of holes, like whatever falls in.
Yeah, then you're
But
not.
when you have like that structure set up, it's like there's only like a small chance where like that something could make its way in, and sometimes it's like the thing that needs to happen. And sometimes maybe it doesn't show up.
Like,
But
right now, we don't really know what this is going to look like.
yeah.
What is happening now is badass. Is this a screensaver? This is so good.
I'm not sure.
Oh no, it's a manta ray.
Oh, yeah.
Where is this from the aquarium?
In San Francisco. This is Maria's footage from the aquarium in San Francisco.
Shout out Maria. No,
Shout out
This
to
is
Maria.
wherever you are, Maria.
Sueños Portales.
Okay, who are you and what do you do?
Oh, yeah, introduce yourself one
Oh,
time.
yeah. My name is Bibiana. I am an artist. I love making music videos. I want to make a film. I haven't made one yet, but definitely in the process of it. I work at a urology clinic, and I'm also a hostess at a restaurant.
Bow.
And I have a project with my best friend Maria called Sueños Portales, which you guys are seeing some of the footage that we put together for our last show in LA, which involves creating a very immersive audiovisual experience with all of our memories.
Cool. I was gonna ask something earlier about like how sound makes its way into your work, and like kind of what the approach is like with that.
Yeah. So for this particular project, it was really cool because we reached out to a lot of our friends to make tracks to create a soundscape. So the visuals that you're seeing now were paired with their work, and that's also kind of like that random element. We didn't really know how they were gonna align, but it ended up fitting so well.
Love that.
Yeah, and we kind of wanna keep doing that more and more, and like adding more people and their audio work. Some people made one of our friends made this like improvised piano track, and like we were just watching, and it's the videos that we've seen over and over again, but the meaning totally changed because of the song.
Yeah.
Some people made some more experimental tracks, and every time we went into the we made we hung fabric from the ceiling and created this cube, and then we had like different projectors, so from the outside it looked like a cube with images, but then when you went inside it would project on the ceiling as well, so like very involving. And every time we said it was a different show because the music would sync to the video at a different point. We didn't really have it like always at the same spot. So we could spend the whole time there like being like, wow, this is like so different this time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we feel it's called Sueños Portales because we really like to evoke this sense of how memories and dreams can really transport you and be portals, and like we kind of wanted to evoke that same feeling with the work that we're doing, and make more immersive audiovisual installations.
Do you got anything coming up?
We're trying to find a venue for it. I definitely want to do it. We've done it in Mexico City and in LA, but nothing tangible at the moment. We've both been kind of trying to find our bearings in our personal life,
Yeah.
but we definitely want to. We have it ready to go. I have all the fabric. We have like meters and meters of fabric because that's another thing. We really like to project on fabric, because you can see it on one side and then it flips on the other side. So
Right.
like really interesting things happen with that too. So we definitely want to keep experimenting with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
In at least in is it only one or is it multiple of your pieces? There's liquid pouring from something into something.
Yes.
Is it more than one?
As a sip.
Yes,
As you sip the wine.
That's
What's up with that?
I've always I love the way water behaves, and it doesn't really have a shape or form, and light also reflects on it in really interesting ways, and the sound that it makes too is just, yeah, it's always been a really present component.
Bringing it back to the bathroom.
Bringing it back to the bathroom.
The
yeah.
bathroom, and also like I think about people as filters, like water, the light through the water
Yeah.
is refracting a certain way, the uniqueness in its.
Is the liquid that you use water? Or I feel like last time, or the thing that I saw.
We've used water, and then we also we did a performance where we are, how when you have a wine glass and you start doing the finger thing, it creates that sound. We do that with a loop pedal and the theremin and a microphone, and then like create a soundscape that's also going with the visuals. And during one performance, like one of the glasses fell and shattered, and then like that created another sound, and that was part of the element too. But yeah, I just think water, I mean, obviously it's like vital to our survival, and it's just such a, I'm fascinated by it, and yeah,
Is there a feminine aspect to the themes in your work? I think water often gets associated with the feminine.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And we had a previous project called paños mojados, which is that technique in sculpture where they make it seem like the fabric is draping to the skin because it's wet.
Yeah, sexy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also like how do they do that with a stone?
With a
You know,
stone.
it's
Incredible.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
And we had a whole line of merch that would say mojate, which means like get wet. Or nunca me puedo secar, I can never dry myself out because like we shouldn't, we would die.
Yeah. Stay
And
wet.
Yeah, stay wet, guys. Mojate. And
Moisturized. What's the rest of the phrase?
Hydrated.
moisturized, unbothered in my lane.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Is that what you were thinking about?
Yeah. Moisturized, unbothered in my claw tub.
Yeah.
What a bathtub. What a house. Have you ever taken a claw? I mean, I assume this is cast iron. They occasionally out in the country will put one of these outside and light a fire beneath it.
That would be a dream. No,
It's very nice.
I haven't done that. I
But
would love to have an outside shower. Those also seem so nice.
There's plenty of space out there.
Yeah.
You do have
Yeah,
enough
that might
space
be
out
in the
there.
works.
I think people. I'm like pivoting towards like nudity, but I don't really know what my angle is. I was just gonna say people are afraid to be naked. Yeah, people are mad afraid to be naked.
I love being naked, and I have a lot of work where we are naked. I feel like clothes are a little distracting and like constraining sometimes. I also really like having that registry, you know, like our body changes so much so quickly, and it's kind of cool to have an archive of what it does, and it does so much for us, you guys. Like it's just
Yeah,
You only get
absolutely.
one.
yeah.
You only get one.
Yeah.
It's to be celebrated.
And I encourage
Respect.
everybody to explore that. I always tell people like you should take self-portraits like by yourself and just have fun with that.
Yeah.
It's tough. People. Well. No, I don't know. I was gonna like go down like an avenue of like people should take the self portraits. Absolutely, they should do it. It's good, but also like you gotta. What was I thinking earlier? I was thinking something about like. Now did we lose visuals or are they gonna come back? No, they're subtle. There's subtle visuals. Here we go.
Dark. Sometimes it gets dark and you
Yeah.
can't see them that
Yeah.
well.
I was thinking something earlier along the lines of naked art, nude art, and like it's often tied to like ideas about like liberation and stuff like this, like and sort of like self-discovery, and I think that there is something there, and I think that the mistake that I think I see with it is that people mistake that for the end point. And they're like, I've done it. I've liberated myself. I made the naked art. But I feel like it's like really like the first step is to like put yourself in that position and like getting comfortable with it and then realizing that it is in fact nothing, and then you grow from that point. Like if you perceive that step as the last step in like your journey towards like self-understanding,
discovery,
self-confidence, things like this.
actualization, whatever.
It's like the most shallow point, but it is a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Do you relate to that? I'm projecting.
No, I definitely do, and I think I definitely even like had that experience. Like I remember the first few times that I was working with nudity, and it was very like I don't want to say something. Yeah, liberating or like very like feminist. Like yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But then it also like why does it have to be a statement that you're just naked if
Sure.
that's like you know, the most
It's
natural
natural
way
thing.
to
That's
be.
kind of what I mean. Is like you have to like put yourself there to realize that it actually like doesn't mean that much. Like once you like
No.
kind of get through it, it's like
Oh.
It's baseline.
yeah,
And it
yeah,
feels
it is.
nice, and it's just
It's
like, I don't know. We put so much weight on it, and it's really interesting how we do that. Like we just
I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this is, I think it's all, it's a good, um, it's nice to have this conversation in the bathroom where you spend your most time probably naked, and where you're constantly faced with that, and like
Yeah.
maybe like unless you're used to walking around your place naked,
probably naked.
it's like one of the safest places to confront that. So yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, like I don't know. There was like a first time that I went skinny dipping, and there's that like first moment for a lot of people sometimes, and then I don't know, it's just
It's the best
it's
feeling.
interesting. Yeah, I mean obviously it is more normal to like always be wearing clothes, but we're just like adding that extra layer that like we don't.
It's tricky. It's tricky because like there's the animal thing where it's like, well, okay, so there's the animal normal, which is to not wear the clothes, but then there's the also the animal normal to be like overdriven by like sex drive when it like strikes, and then so like society and clothes and polite society is the sort of thing to like combat these things, and then like tangentially like nudists are weird. Like I don't want to
Yeah,
hang
it
out
just
with
it
nudists.
takes like so much
Like
weight or
they're doing too much. Like by like
Yeah.
it needs to be. You need
It
to
needs
be
to be more
naked and it needs to
casual.
mean nothing.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't know. And can we even
Get to that,
get
but it's
there?
interesting. Like, yeah, it is like that layered. It'll yeah, it's like either like very sexually charged or like I don't know, like
But also
always
like,
like has like something.
Yeah. It's not just like
but there's also I think the difference between like your nudity and somebody else's nudity. Like my own nudity I can experience even publicly like with a fair amount of disconnect. I'm not really like tripping or concerned or like even like yeah, I'm not really concerned.
Moisturized and bothered in your lane.
I'm unbothered.
Yeah.
I might be a little ashy on
Okay.
like the kneecaps occasionally. It's California weather.
Yeah,
You never know.
I hear that.
But I'm usually pretty moisturized.
Yeah.
But so it's more about somebody else's nudity. It can be like sort of, well, I don't know, because I want to say like, there's an aesthetics thing. You can say like, wow, that's beautiful. Like I'm like attracted to that. There's hardly a naked body that could repulse me so much that I would say like, "Bruh," like that person needs to cover up. Like I cannot see that.
Yeah, I
like-
can't either.
Like sure, like whatever, that's who they are. Like I don't know. It just would be there's like positive and then like neutral.
Yeah.
I mean,
you just like understand like that's a body.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's a body.
yeah. It's there. It's I mean, at some point, it's hardly interesting at all, no matter what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of don't care. Yeah.
Right.
And so then, if it's comfortable, it should be comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like wearing clothes very much. I like to be.
Like,
I don't
I
either,
almost
and
feel
I'm weird
more-
with textures and stuff.
yeah,
and
I like
it's
to be
just
sleeveless as much as like and like sleeveless like down to almost the bottom
I
of
like
the
when
shirt.
things are like too tight on my waist. Like I don't know. It's-
I'm almost more offended when I see, like you're talking about like seeing a body type that like you feel like you would be like repulsed by or something, or like be like, oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's like I guess like society or whatever would like mark like a bigger body to be like that, the thing to be repulsed by, right? Like, or I mean, not so much now.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, and now, so you see like a big effort like in stores like Target where it's like, or places where like plus size models are being featured in like in clothes that are like maybe like the tighter fitting, but it's like almost that feels almost more
Yeah, like
offensive
drawing
than just being
attention
like
to it more and like it
more
being
than
a
like a naked
thing.
body. Yeah.
Yeah. It's tricky. Like I feel like you kind of have to break free from that yourself, and then I don't know, like I see a lot of genitals at work.
Yeah.
And I'm so like
Numb to it.
yeah.
I know. I think there's parts of me that like I think there are times where I struggle with it, just like having like a history with like feeling some type of way about my body and just like never being fully satisfied with where like it maybe it's at. Like I could see myself like being like a little like
Because we're all still like so like a little weird about it. But
yeah.
yeah, it's it's interesting, and I don't like my parents, for example. It was a whole thing where they were like, "Why are you posting naked pictures of yourself?" Like, and now they don't care. They're just like, "Yeah, like it's just
My baby's
like
an artist.
your thing." Yeah, I guess. Like, go like why? And it like took a little moment to get there, but you know. And I remember like the first few times I like ever posted any nudity, it was like, okay, like let's see what's gonna happen.
My sister got mad at me.
She did. You put what? Tell us what was your?
Yeah.
What did you post?
Was it a post? Was it a post?
I made a post.
Oh yeah, you did.
I made a photograph. Okay, so I made a large backdrop that was a painting. Yeah, it was like a sort of rough illustration of like a cell phone, a flip phone, and I think it said, what the fuck did it say? It doesn't matter. It was what? Oh my god, what is it called?
I'll tell you.
Wait, no.
I'll tell you
What's
what
it
it
called?
was.
The three colors. There's the red, yellow.
The primary
blue.
color?
Thank you, my friend. It's primary color. And I'm standing in front of it, and I'm naked, and I'm except for a gold chain, and I'm throwing up Pepto-Bismol.
You're throwing up Pepto-Bismol?
Yeah, I bought a big ass
Okay.
bottle of it, and I was drinking a lot of it so I could throw it up, and I had to do it a bunch of times to get the right photo.
Oh my god. Commitment, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah, and the idea was to like make this image that was like super charged with like sort of like just charged with like energy, like animal energy. Like puking is like guttural. It's like from inside. It's like
literally
sort of,
visceral.
and but also like kind of like over the top. Like the painting was supposed to be like very obviously like Basquiat ripoff, and the Pepto Bismol is just this like hot pink. It's very like consumer label, fake in a way, plastic feeling. And the idea was that I would create this piece that would challenge people to experience it without them relating it to me, separating the art from the artist, where they could have the image and not be like, Josh, look at what Josh did. Oh, like you did this thing. I want to say like you're crazy. People did say that, but like that was the goal. I also did it intentionally with like a very flaccid penis, and like the idea was to like not be worried about like the sexualizing of the body and like have a very like desexualized male form, like not have it be this erotically charged image, which would like hopefully like give people some space like from like the animal impulse to like project on like what they recognize as a human in the image to like I don't know, have the image be more accessible as other things, like not pornography. Which is like all like where people's minds go.
Oh, when they see a new body,
I don't know. It was fine. I showed it at an art show. I had it printed on a 4 foot by 6 foot weatherproof banner with rivets, and I showed it at one art show, and it was rejected. They took it down. And
Really?
yeah, it was like some.
What did they say about it, or like
The
what was
venue,
their
like,
feedback that you
it
got?
was whack. It
They're
was
like,
like
your dick was too flaccid.
yeah, they wanted it.
It wasn't sexy.
Harder. They said
Damn.
I
I
guess it's
forget
just
that's
not
a
working.
component for you guys, like with like portraying nudity. Yeah.
Yeah.
If your penis is flaccid or erect.
Well, I don't know. It's like whether your nipples are hard or not, or I don't know.
I guess
I
it's
guess.
I don't know
But I
whether
feel like
like your
that's like
pussy's
not.
bleeding or not. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't change that much.
But yeah, like the measure of a man, like
Yeah.
how big is the penis in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
image? Yeah.
I mean, wow, yeah.
But I guess women is like, oh, tits, ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can't you can't be like, let me fluff my tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Like, you could put some ice on your nips.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
that's really, yeah, I think that's it.
So how do you deal with
With what?
do you like ice cubes?
Ice
How,
cubes?
how does ice cubes do you use ice cubes in your
First
work?
of all, fuck ice. I'm just kidding.
Actually,
That's relevant.
Yeah, no.
that's
We could go there.
I wasn't trying to go there, but just wanted to say.
How does
Yeah,
one square the
ice.
making of art, or how does one my feeling about it is like what I was feeling today is like we have these projects on Pop Fest and the paper, and like I don't want them, because the political climate is tense, to I don't think it's necessary for them to become instruments 100% of like political action. And I think that like if things were ideal, if life was good and there wasn't weird stuff going on, violent, whatever, like people feeling bad, um,
Terrible
we would
things
want
happening.
we would want these other things to be happening. We would want Pop Fest to happen.
Yeah.
I think things like it, and the art paper, the Perfect Healthy, and so I think it's like it's some people will say,
it's your platform.
well, like how dare like this now is not the time for you to do film fest
I
promotions.
don't agree with that.
Well, I think this is like pleasure. Like people need to find
Yeah.
like joy in art. Like if there's not the place
And
for
it's
that
always
simultaneously.
it's always been present and necessary, and yeah, I think it absolutely should keep existing in parallel with it. And
I think it's super important for people to continue making
Yeah.
stuff during this time, especially, and it doesn't necessarily have to reflect like what's happening politically, but at
No.
least just like making something like
Well, if you spent the
at in this time,
yeah.
and it's like
well, what people are making during this time, I'm sure will inevitably reflect what's going on,
Even if
or
it's not
help
on the
them
nose.
deal with it, or like it's in the context, and there's just not a single way to like go about it. And I think it's important to have like that space open for people, for
What
sure.
if you like spent the whole day like clashing with police? You spent the whole day like getting fucking tear gas and shot the rubber bullets. At the end of the day, it might be nice to like take in some content about like local art films
Yeah.
and like just something that's not that.
It's like this-
something that's based in like aesthetics and I don't know
some primary colors and some hot pink.
whatever
Whatever,
yeah, absolutely.
little penis,
Yeah.
little flaccid dick.
whatever, dude, whatever you want.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what do you want to see more of?
What do I want to see more of? I want to see more. I don't know, just more. Less like formulaic work, I guess. I feel like social media in a way has made people feel like they have to be producing like a certain type of content. And like not everybody, but I do see like some redundancy sometimes, and I just really love when people are just kind of like weird, or like maybe it's like, oh, I don't like really understand what the plot of this was, but I watched the whole thing and like it really took me some places.
You're gonna love Unpop Fest.
Yeah, yeah, and like I don't know, I think people should be encouraged to make bad art too, cause
Yeah.
like you gotta do
You
it.
gotta do something.
No, it's like that's cool because I think part of our project is to really curate a anti-algorithm space. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like, you can make like that like anti-attention. Well, I don't even want to call it that.
and like
but sort of-
what is good art? What is bad art? You know, like
Yeah. Well, even just in like the sense of like formulas and like popular formulas, like the algorithms are like literally trying to like pick those things up
yeah.
and like populate our feeds with them and stuff like that. So
I think it's super important to get together in person and watch each other's work and just not quantify the likes or the reach that it had, because Instagram used to work for us, but like it doesn't anymore.
Right.
And it just, I've noticed that even like videos that I've worked way more on that I post, nothing. Like doesn't even really probably get shown to a lot of people. Selfie, okay, sure. Like, you know, like what
Yeah.
is that even?
Right.
But
I think that just like it's motivating in a way.
yeah.
To like I think there was a while where, I mean, even still now, like obviously people make stuff for the algorithm or for
Yeah.
the gram, but it's like it's time to like what can you do?
Hang out with each other more and like show each other the stuff that we're doing.
Exactly, and what are you gonna make when it's not for like the
Engagement.
engagement or like that little dopamine hit that you're gonna get
Yeah.
off a like or a view? Like, are you still even motivated to make stuff?
And I honestly feel really optimistic. Like I really do feel like the pendulum is just swinging, and if it like swung really towards this like way of quantifying likes and engagement and blah blah blah, like it just makes sense that it's gonna swing the other way, where people just want to like make things because they like making things and because they feel like like I don't know, why do you guys make things?
Yeah, it's just
You just feel like
you just feel like
you just
man,
want to do
gotta
it, you know, like
absolutely.
yeah. And I do feel like it is swinging, or it'll always exist, and it always has existed, and you just gotta find your people.
okay. Are you gonna make something for Unpop?
When's the deadline?
Tomorrow.
No way,
no,
actually.
absolutely not. I think it's the end of July, or
It might. No, I believe it's August. It's like the second weekend of August
should
or something
know.
like this.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes. If it's August, then
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, now point at the camera and tell people to to make stuff for Unpop.
Guys, make stuff for Unpop. Whatever it is, like just make it.
It doesn't even
you're
have
gonna
to
you're
be-
gonna see it on this is it gonna be at Hazard Center again?
Yeah.
Hazard Center, classic spot. You get to sit and eat your popcorn and like you really gotta jump on this opportunity. I'm mad that I didn't do it last year, so I'm gonna do it this year.
You helped last year.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
That was
that's how I
super
met you guys.
Yeah, that was super sick.
Yeah.
Yes. What did you enjoy your time?
I did. Yeah, it was I mentioned that I really like loved that aspect of film school of just like looking at each other's work, and it felt like that, and there's really something special about seeing your work on the big screen.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's really sweet that you guys put it to, like, you literally don't have to be doing that, but you are, and I think it's a really cool and special thing, and people should join.
Do it for the little weirdo inside of me that like that used to be. The little weirdo that was making weird stuff and wish that something like this existed.
Yeah.
When I didn't have like the means to make it happen myself or to do it, especially not for other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so yeah, I don't know. It's a bit odd that something like it doesn't exist. It seems
No.
it's funny to me. And so I was like, you know, I'm not even like a big like film guy. People are like, oh, so you must
You know,
love
Cinema.
movies or whatever, cinema, film. It's almost funny to call it a film fest because, like, you know what I mean, like make
Yeah.
a movie, make a video fest, but it doesn't have the same weight.
Yeah.
Which, you know, maybe I will fucking change it, but it's for the little weirdos. It's for the little
I
freaks.
love the little weirdos, and I feel that like I went to film school and stuff like that, but I don't feel like I'm not like a cinema girly or like I just love seeing what people are making and like how they're putting it together and like just getting a group of people together to watch it and enjoy it. I think is really special and really important. And
I mean,
yeah,
we really do focus like weird. Like we're like, okay, this is never gonna show
At another
at a
film
movie
fest.
theater at a
Yeah.
film fest, and we don't
Throw
do
it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that it's only for the novel aspect of seeing something odd. It's just that things are there's a validity, and also like again, like circling back, maybe this is like a cool way to like do some like circular beginning and end shit, is that like it is the filter. It's like the like shining something through a filter that makes it something different.
yeah,
Is like, yeah, just time and place like adds a different element to something.
yeah.
And scale.
A scale.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
No, I had a blast at the last.
I have a scale in my bathroom, by the way, so that's also
Yeah,
it's
that's
related.
good. This is good. This is.
Yeah,
Thanks for letting us in your bathroom.
of course. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. Thank
I'm
you.
Thanks
glad,
for
I'm glad you
leaving
guys
us.
were down.
I think we're all leaving moisturized,
Unbothered.
unbothered, and we're in our lane now.
Mhm.
Cool. Are you gonna welcome the secret third thing?
Secret
Okay.
Third Thing needs to find its way to me soon.
Yeah.
This house
Or
is
I'ma lose
probably haunted enough. The secret
Yeah,
third thing
I
is-
think the third thing is gonna come with me home.
The secret third thing is in the room with us right now.
it's the call is coming from inside the secret third thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Well, thank you for having
Thanks.
me, guys.
Yeah, thank you for doing this.
Yeah.
We
of
appreciate you.
course. Pleasure. Can't wait.
Bye.
When is Pop Fest?
Bye. No, September 14th, I think. It's the second
Oh, I
of the
don't have
weekend.
my phone is
I
recording.
haven't locked in a date yet. Usually I do it to be announced, and I do it
Okay.
later. But it'll be second weekend of September.
Cool. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Be excited, everybody.
See you there.
Awesome. Cool.
Oh.